Hey everybody, thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Kevin Williams. I am the Director of Undergraduate Programs here in the College of Business. And first I want to welcome you all to our session tonight. Hopefully you've had a chance to catch some of our other live sessions. Tonight we're going to dive more into our hospitality management program. So just a couple of little homework items before we get into it. One, there's a Q&A panel over on the right-hand side of your screen. Feel free as we're going through the presentation tonight to ask questions. Those questions come to us privately, so everyone in the session's not seeing them. I can then present those questions to Dr. O'Halloran at the end of the session, and we'll get questions answered. So use that Q&A panel. And since we are just a couple of minutes after 6 o'clock already, I'm going to go ahead and get this started. So I want to turn this over to the director of our School of Hospitality Management, Dr. Bob O'Halloran. So Dr. O'Halloran, I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Okay, good evening. I hope everybody is doing well and had a good day. Welcome to the School of Hospitality Leadership. I have been at ECU for, this is my 14th year, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we're doing in the program, some of the strengths, some of the opportunities that we think that there are available for everybody, and we're going to kind of go through that. I'm just going to jump in and, as Kevin said, make sure that you note your questions, and we'll get you an answer as we possibly can. We are a school within the College of Business. The degree that is granted is a Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. Next slide, Kevin, if you would. We are a program of about approximately 350 students. That's both undergraduate, and that's the majority of our students, and we do have a growing graduate program. We have graduate certificates as well as a Master's of Science in Sustainable Tourism. We have 12 full-time faculty members right now, and then our average class size for majors is approximately 30. We do boast even in today's markets with the tough things going on, we do boast 100% placement. Our students are required to get an internship, and even the ones that lost their internship due to COVID have replaced those with other opportunities, so we're very proud of that. We have received a variety of recognitions and things that have been available or whatever that we have been rated, especially for online. You'll see, if for those of you who have already registered and see in the program, that we have a combination of face-to-face and online courses that are available to you. We have a program that is assembled so that you can take everything fully face-to-face or fully online. So we have both opportunities, and most students end up taking some combination of the two things, face-to-face and online courses or whatever, by the time they graduate. Sometimes it's a matter of convenience, sometimes it's a matter of necessity, sometimes it's basically help you be able to do some other things like your work experience, your internships, and those types of things. But we have been recognized by 10 outside agencies for the quality of our program in general, the quality of our online offerings, and then a couple of times for best value as a program. Go ahead. So that we basically have a lot of experience with our online program. We have always offered courses online, and the numbers until recently have been small because we were focusing on the face-to-face program, but more and more we're seeing industry people that have professional jobs that have not finished their degrees wanting to finish their degrees. So we have people that are working and taking courses at the same time to complete their bachelor's degree. And it's an excellent value for the money. I think mom and dad will like that very much. So that's a very positive thing. And it allows you some flexibility in terms of being able to put your schedule together, the courses that you want to take, and when you want to focus on one course versus another. Go ahead, Kevin, next slide. Couple of just instances of whatever we got best value college rankings from the Guide to Online Schools and Online U in 2020. Go ahead, Kevin. And then we got a top 15 rating for best online programs for 2020. These are just things that were evaluated on from outside the university, not things we've applied for, not things for that. So we feel good about the quality of program that we're presenting, that it's not just online. This does not just mean a bunch of slides that you have to read and that's all the class is. There's a lot more to it than that. A lot of our professors in online programs and online courses do live projects and do a variety of other things to have the class participate and create a classroom community. Go ahead, Kevin. And then this is the top rating that we got this year from Best Online Bachelors. We were rated number 5 in the country, so we're feeling pretty good about that. I mean, we want to see you, we want to meet you, but you have options for both online and face-to-face, some of the things that we can actually get done. A different one here for the same year, but a different agency. We were rated number 6. Go ahead, Kim. And then just these are just a variety of other programs that talked about affordability, value for the dollar, and some of it looks at starting salaries or whatever. So for our students, because I said we did have 100% placement, so we wanted to look at and make sure that those things were noted. Go ahead. Our curriculum, as I said, is Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. We're very much a business program. We do have some live laboratories, kitchen labs, and we do a variety of things that are practical orientation, but we are very much a business management program where you're going to graduate, and it is our expectation upon graduation that you will enter the hospitality and tourism industry with a management level job, assistant manager in whether it's a hotel, a restaurant, or something else that you are interested in. All of those opportunities there, but that's clearly our expectation. We have concentrations that we allow you to pick. Our 3 concentrations are the lodging industry, the food and beverage industry, and the meetings and events industry. We're going to talk a little bit about in a few minutes about some of the challenges that are going on with that now, but we're looking at this that even in the light of the current crisis or whatever, that the industry will come back, and the industry leaders are very much set to make that happen. Go ahead. Part of what we do, and this is the thread throughout the curriculum for all the courses that we offer, is that we try to make sure that you're given opportunities, whether it's online or face-to-face, to do something that's unique, that perhaps can't be done or isn't as done as well on another campus. And a couple of those things are probably the leading thing for that are the live projects that we do with local businesses, local communities, and other opportunities and government entities. For example, the senior level class that I teach, each semester does a live hotel feasibility project for a local community. This fall, we're going to be working with the town of Ayden for the development, or we're going to do the feasibility for the development of a possible hotel structure in Ayden. Obviously, that's going to have to, the actual construction is going to be post the current crisis, but we have worked with communities all over the East, small towns that they're going to do this. And the picture you see are a group of students on a site visit in Washington, North Carolina, where their effort there was to convert a couple of old buildings that were together, that were next to each other, into a boutique hotel. So any and all of those types of things are going to be important. Where the communication aspects of the program are extremely important, and probably that what makes us very unique in the College of Business is that we require all of our students to complete a minimum of 600 hours of internship. The first 200 are typically done by the end of the sophomore year, and the remaining 400 just prior to the senior year. We have a strong industry partnership list. We don't, as a school, secure the internship for you, but we have and provide you the contacts and the connections for companies that we have worked with successfully over the last 20 years. And our students that have gone out and worked those internships are the best advertisement that the School of Hospitality Leadership could have, as they have done an excellent job, and each year they come back to us, the companies come back to us to recruit more students because they're reliable, they're capable, and they're eager to engage in the opportunities that are being provided for them. Go ahead, Kevin. As I said, we do a variety of live projects. It's just not my class that does this. We have projects that are typically done on campus, that work with various offices on campus. We've done it, our program has done live projects with the Heart Institute. We've done projects with the Dean of Students Office. We've done projects all over the campus, and the opportunity there is to make sure that it's not just assignments in a classroom, but there's some application component there that people are doing. This is an event and meeting class, HMGT 4040, that created an event for the athletic department. Go ahead. Okay, sorry, I lost you there for a second. We also have a global classroom on the campus. The International Global Affairs, the office that runs study abroad and all the international programs, has what they call a global understanding class. Knowing that not all of our students are going to have the opportunity to travel abroad, whether it be the summer or during a semester or whatever it might be, we have a course that is a required course. There are this way to take it, or you could take it more traditionally, but this course partners with at least 2 and sometimes 3 other hospitality programs around the world. We have partnered with, and I think that the slide shows this, with universities in France, with universities in Japan, with China, with India, Kurdistan, any number of places or whatever. And these are basically, the focus in this type of a class is international and communication and understanding, so that courses, these are live links so that you go to class, and you can see up on the screen that obviously the students seated in the room are the ECU students, and the students up on the screen are, whatever university it is in South America or Europe or Asia, and they're having live conversations on specific topics. And then each semester, or with each country, they partner, our students partner with individual students in other places and put together an online project assessing, for instance, the differences between tourism in the United States and tourism in Ecuador, or wherever the country might happen to be, looking at the various aspects of that. This has proven to be a very popular class, and we do that on a regular basis. No, that's okay, Kevin, go ahead. We talked about the internships and the placement rate, which is terrific. The school is also very engaged and very and participates heavily in helping you to secure employment, whether it be for an internship or upon graduation. Each year we run a career fair that is dedicated to the hospitality program and its students, and we typically attract between 40 and 50 companies from North Carolina and across the country, really, to the fair to recruit students for permanent placement. And what we have found is that the opportunities have just been increasing over the years. What we've also found that in addition to the companies like Marriott and Compass and Aramark and whoever else you can think of as a hospitality company, we have also started to attract companies that are not traditional hospitality companies, but very much service industry companies. So we've seen some companies that in retail grocery, we've seen companies that focus on human resources, recruitment and placement. We've seen a variety of healthcare companies come in because what they're finding is the skill set of our students matches what the job responsibilities and tasks are for those specific fields. So this has been really important, and it's a growing sector or whatever. I think initially when you see a retail grocery company come in and you said, well, why are they here? They're not a hotel, they're not a restaurant or whatever, but they see that whole services management aspect for our students and find that that's really attractive. We have a strong industry partner base. And when I say partner, these are different classifications of who these folks might be. So you have, these could be speakers in classroom, but there also could be alumni of our program. They could be partners with our program that recruit at ECU in the School of Hospitality Leadership. These are folks that we connect with at conferences. The picture you see that's shown there is one of our seniors from last year being interviewed at the Club Managers Association of America conference, so that they look at all of those folks, and our students have had great success in securing internships and permanent placement. Our alumni are very engaged and participate in the program on a regular basis. And so if you don't find something at the career fair that's just the right fit, but and say, well, I'd really like to live in Colorado, I'd really like to live in Memphis or wherever it might happen to be. Typically what we do is we reach out through our alumni networks and see, well, who do we know in those places? Could we connect our students with to make that initial connection and pursue an opportunity in that area. Student clubs and activities. We have a very active student body and a variety of clubs that do both educational and service work. For the meeting planners, we have a group called Pirate Planners. We have a student chapter of the Club Managers Association of America. We have a student chapter of the National Society for Minorities in Hospitality. We also have an honor society that it is a club, but it's by invitation only. You are invited to join by your performance and your grades. So that's often a good thing for that invitation. And then you have people that are invited to participate that. Our student chapter has won best chapter in the country through our trade association, the Hospitality and Tourism Educators, for the last 3 years. So that we've been very active and done some great projects. And these are all opportunities for you. We also believe in, as I said, working with the industry and working with them on a regular basis. so that by the time you go through the program and graduate, you can earn multiple industry certifications that are recognized not only in the United States, but on a global basis, that will be already on your resume when you enter the industry. For example, we participate with STR Global, which is Smith Travel Research and the leading hospitality metrics company in the world, and the American Hotel and Lodging Association, and they have what's called the Certification in Hotel Industry Analytics. We have a pass rate on that exam of somewhere about 85%, and that is a significant skill set that the industry people very much are looking for and are happy to see on somebody's resumes. We also work with the National Restaurant Association for food safety certifications and a variety of other certifications that are out there. Scholarships. Once you are a declared major in the program, the following year you will be eligible for hospitality scholarships. We give as a school over $60,000 a year in scholarships to our students. And what I would tell you all is when the call for scholarship application comes out in November, and then decisions are made, I think that finishes up in early February, and the decisions are made sometime that month to award scholarships. But we have endowed scholarships in the hospitality program that have been tremendous in supporting students and their financial needs for finishing their education. These have been established by organizations like the American Hotel and Lodging Association, the Marriott Corporation, different associations, and we even have our most recent scholarship last year was from a recently graduated student whose family wanted to contribute a scholarship to students that had an interest in studying abroad. That's the Daily Legacy Scholarship. So there's a whole variety of scholarships that are targeted towards individuals looking at lodging, food service, tourism in general, could be more food and beverage and culinary oriented interests or whatever, but all of those pieces are available. And this is above and beyond looking at financial aid. This is scholarships. Once you're established, you already have your whatever financial aid package you may have, and these are scholarships that are available to you because you're a declared hospitality major. The current crisis we talked about a little bit. This has been really a tough time for the hospitality industry in general, lodging, food service. I'm sure you've all been watching the news and listening to the reactions from the industry. Restaurants closed and hotels partially open, and then the reopenings and so on and so forth. What we're hearing, and we're working with our industry partners on this and preparing our students to go out into an industry that has faced this crisis and is going to be in the recovery mode. And basically, the industry really strongly feels, and I agree, that the industry will recover, and it's just going to be different. I think there's going to be a lot more innovation opportunities. There's going to be a lot more technology applications, and a lot more opportunity to do things in a different way. I mean, if you think about the industry the way that it is now with the current crisis and food delivery systems and takeout and those types of things, nobody really thought about Grubhub and some of those opportunities that are out there. This could be, and what we are working with the industry on, is opportunities for students who want to make a difference. And basically what we're saying here is that you can really be part of that solution. that you want to look at things that you're not going to be taught in class, or the material that we cover in class is not going to be just the way it was, because that's not as relevant as anymore. We've updated our curriculums, and all the faculty participate in this and are looking at specific areas that are going to say, all right, so what do we do now? The industry is not what it used to be. It's not the same type of an industry. So what kind of an industry is it now? You think about things like the airlines, you think about things like luxury lodging, and what I think you also find are some lodging properties that have been, if you think on the history of from motels to hotels or whatever, old motels all had individual doors and outside entrances, and the industry really went away from that. And they wanted everybody to come into the hotel, into the lobby as well. It's kind of come full circle where, for a safety standpoint and precautionary standpoint, a lot of those properties have been renovated, the old individual entrance properties, and that is now a hot commodity in dealing with that. We as a school and the faculty are also participating with the North Carolina Restaurant and Lodging Association, Visit NC, and a variety of other organizations on the Count on Me program, which basically is a training program that has been incorporated into several of our classes and our projects that are going to make sure that our students are well versed on the proper safety efforts and how to stay safe and all of the things that you hear about, but then become reality in a restaurant that you walk into or a hotel that you want to stay at. So really, what we're going to try to present to you are a situation where service. We're going to look at service in general. We're going to look at lodging, we're going to look at food and beverage, we're going to look at meetings and events, but we also are going to be welcoming the new potential partners that are retail grocery or healthcare or whoever it might be to deal with those things. So that we want to look at the opportunities that are out there and provide opportunities for you as students in terms of internships, projects, and permanent placement to pick a sector of the service industry and pursue that for your career benefit. I would encourage you to stay connected with us, and if you haven't already, visit the School of Hospitality Leadership website on the ECU site. There are a couple of videos there that might be of interest to you. And we are also very active on social media. We started a program 3 years ago now where a independent study with a student basically focused on social media and the marketing of social media. So that student working with the marketing director and communications director of the college and a couple of other professionals in that area have developed our Facebook posts and social media posts, Twitter, Instagram, so on and so forth. So I would encourage you all to participate on that and stay connected with us so you can see what's going on there. And typically what we try to post are stories about your fellow students, stories about great things that they have done, that faculty have done, accomplished, some research they've done that is relevant to the industry, any and all of those types of things. And then I think we're about to wrap it up. And basically what our theme here really is that we're looking at developing leaders for the service industry. We are the School of Hospitality Leadership. This is very much a business degree. We do have 2 kitchen lab courses in the curriculum that students participate in and take. One is very much an introduction to commercial kitchens and getting to know what goes on in a commercial kitchen, and then senior level course basically develops menus and sells tickets and presents meals and themes to the campus community. So a lot of that, there's the whole spectrum of traditional business disciplines, hospitality accounting, hospitality finance, hospitality marketing, but then the focus of those and how they work with food service, lodging, meetings and events, and tourism. That's kind of all I've got here. I'd be happy to answer any questions, and let me know, and we'll see what we can get to the answer.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. O'Halloran. We actually didn't get any questions from the audience, but I was wondering if you could maybe just take a couple of minutes and talk a little bit about the professional kitchen that is available in the School of Hospitality Management, and the training kitchen and the dining area, and how that's incorporated into some of your coursework.
Sure. As Kevin mentioned or whatever, we have two kitchens that are part of the program. The first is the 2000 level class that I think I referred to it as you would take that in your sophomore year, and that is the Golden Corral Culinary Center. Golden Corral is one of our longtime partners for ECU in the school. James Maynard, who was one of the founders of Golden Corral, is an ECU grad, and he and Golden Corral in general have been extremely supportive of our students. That is an introduction to a commercial kitchen, really, a type of atmosphere that doesn't serve the public, but basically we can record, we can broadcast from that kitchen, so that we've got individual stations, introduction of students to working in a commercial kitchen space. The other course is a senior level course that is in a different kitchen just down the hall. We've got a quantity kitchen, as we refer to it as, and that students are basically, they'll test recipes, but each group that they're broken into presents somewhere between 6 and 8 lunches a semester, so that those luncheons are posted. This becomes one of the best-selling tickets on the campus. We generally send out a day or two ahead a notice, because we sell all the tickets online to the campus and anybody else that's on the mailing list or whatever, that the tickets for the luncheons this semester will go on sale Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And the list of all of the luncheons and the themes and are part of that. And within easily 20 minutes, we have sold out a dining room that seats somewhere approximately about 35. We have sold out 8 of those over the course of the semester in about 20 minutes. So these are very popular, but it gives a real opportunity for students to manage a situation like that, to work on the service side, to work in the kitchen, and so that people rotate throughout the system to give everybody the best opportunity. But it's a real opportunity. We're not a culinary program and don't profess to be, but we have some instructors and some folks that have some strong skills in that area, and that we're excited to have them participate and have you participate with them.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Well, it doesn't look like we have any questions from the audience, and I would like to let everyone know that I did publish some announcements that is going to link you to some information on our website. One that gives you more information, more detailed information about the actual course curriculum. I gave you a link to the School of Hospitality Leadership's blog, so you can check out some stories about what our students are doing and some of our faculty and staff are doing in that area. And then finally, a link to the School of Hospitality Leadership website. So if any of you are in here and kind of still deciding on a major or haven't picked a major yet, and have now decided I want to be in an amazing program in the School of Hospitality Leadership, feel free to reach out to us, our advising center, and they can help you get your major changed, help you get your schedule set. You can just send us an email at cobadvising@ecu.edu. So thank you all for hanging out with us for the evening. I hope that the information that Dr. O'Halloran presented to you, you found valuable. It is an amazing program. Some of the best and brightest students on this campus can be found right in the School of Hospitality Leadership. So without any further questions or anything, we're going to end it here. This will be recorded, so if you want to share this information with someone, you can find this recording on the College of Business website in the next couple of days. And otherwise, we hope to see you in the fall. Go Pirates!
Go Pirates! Thank you.